Shit in the other hand.
You don't have a feel for the dramatic?
Yeah, it's that first day of first grade. That cute girl, your third day. That backpack, that snapback you've had since the third grade. The first time you got laid, the worst time you got played. It hurt, but you're okay. You learned from your mistakes.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Otaku Wars.
Welcome.
If you're new, I'm Mike.
Marcus.
Mike Sensei. Mark Wando. That's our nicknames. So we're kind of doing this like a podcast format, a little talk show. We're going to start with an intro, like you just seen. We're going to go into some gaming topics. He's more specialty into anime, so he's going to talk anime. I'm going to talk gaming. So my specialty is more in gaming. We both like the other stuff. It's just I'm more heavy into the gaming. He's more heavy into the anime. Then we're going to go down from there, and we're going to go into what we call the war session, where we're going to talk about a different topic. And we're either going to get along, and we're going to make a peace treaty, or it's going to be a battle back and forth each time.
Wait, I just looked at our war session segment. When did you write that?
I snuck it when you were trying to get it set up. Alright, guys, so we'd start off with the news. We'll go to the war sessions, and then as we get some followers, we're going to respond to emails in one of the last sections.
That's right.
And then if we get any 5 stars for the podcast, we'll do them live on here and on the podcast. We'll read them out loud. So if you could be as funny as possible, I'll read them out loud. Say whatever you want, as long as it's not something that will get us banned, obviously. So, you want to kick it off? What you got for your first piece of anime news?
Oh my gosh. So, get this. So you know that movie's No Way Home?
Yeah.
You guys know that movie, right? No Way Home? Yeah. Best movie of all time, by the way. But the creator of My Hero Academia is also a big fan. And it is now his favorite movie of all time.
Oh, I wonder if he'll be inspired when he makes more content for his show.
Yeah, well, actually, our hero society, like Western superheroes, actually inspired My Hero. If you look in the manga, you can actually see, like, Spider-Man, like, silhouettes of, like, Spider-Man and, like, other superheroes in the first volume, which is pretty cool.
That was kind of cool. So we'll definitely probably see a heavy influence for, like, more of the same heroes probably coming on. Maybe, like, 3 All Mights showing up.
Probably. All Might's basically like the Superman.
So you want to go with another piece, or do you want me to tell you my first piece of gaming news?
Let's go into the big gaming.
Oh, my first big one for gaming fans out there. There's been a huge thing going on between Microsoft acquiring Activision and people.
Oh, that's right.
Going back and forth about whether we're going to have COD or not.
Yeah.
That has since settled, and there's been talks that we're going to be able to have COD even after the deals. They said that they're going to still be multi-platform. But that isn't the information. The information is Vanguard, which is the latest Call of Duty that came out. I don't know if you know about that.
No,
Do you know
I don't.
anything about that game?
I don't know about
All right,
Vanguard.
well, I'm sure some of the viewers or people who are going to listen to this do know, but Vanguard is a hot, steaming pile of shit. Nobody likes it. And their numbers are affecting, for the first time ever, there's talks, and the studio has since confirmed, but they can since change their mind. But they're going to release the next Call of Duty sooner than they usually do. So they usually release in like October or November.
Okay.
So my guess is they're probably going to make this release in summer and shorten the game's lifespan of Vanguard. And they just confirmed today that the new game that they're going to come out with, if you haven't heard this, you guys better sit back. Modern Warfare, they're going to continue the 2019 Modern Warfare reboot that they did. And I'm personally excited because that's what actually got me into Call of Duty. And a lot of people will go back and say that the original Modern Warfare, they'll quote and say that those are their favorite games of all time.
Oh, dude, Modern Warfare is great. I used to play that game all the time with my friends.
Well, they remade it in 2019, and that's what got me into it.
Okay.
And I thought it was a really good game. And then they went into Cold War, which I thought was only okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should probably go for a break real quick.
We'll go for a break real quick. We'll be right back.
Sorry about that interruption. Had something I had to attend to. But as I was saying, Modern Warfare, they're continuing it essentially this year. I think it's the same studios doing it, so
oh, that's
I'm kind of
good.
looking forward to. Actually, I think I was talking about Cold War. That's what we left off on. So they moved from Modern Warfare to Cold War, and I liked the game, but I thought Cold War they put a little more detail in. There was some things you could do that you couldn't do in Cold War. And then they moved to Vanguard, which I think World War II at this point has been like way too used. But I'm excited for a Modern Warfare 2 because I kind of wish they would have just stuck with that game for more years anyways, because it was a fleshed out game. And people who are fans of Warzone 2, the Battle Royale, will be out side by side with the new Modern Warfare. And they said that they've been making both of them from the ground up together. So they should go together pretty well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Hopefully you get back into Call of Duty. That was kind of quite a bit for a little news segment. But
it's been a while since I've got into Call of Duty. I think pretty much after Black Ops 3 is when I really got out of it. Because I felt like there was really nothing to play.
I wish I could comment, but I was trying to get into them back then. And they weren't taking off for me. I was more of an RPG player at the time.
I played one with like my siblings and stuff. That was like the only time I really played it. And then I bought 2 for Xbox, and I got into that. And then 3 was just like, nah.
Fair. Do you want to bring up your next anime?
Yeah, I will. So, the Bleach creator said that the upcoming Bleach anime will actually feature new elements to expand the manga. So basically, there were supposed to be elements in the manga in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. I don't know about the rest of it, but there were things that he couldn't either fit or couldn't put in his original manga. So the anime is actually going to take those things that were supposed to be in there and put them in the anime, which I think is really cool. Because normally when it comes to anime, they do change things, but usually it's something that's like not the original intent of the creator.
When you initially said that, I was like, what do you mean they're going to put extra stuff in it?
Yeah, this is what's supposed to be like what the original creator intended.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if too many Bleach fans can take too much filler.
No. Oh my. They literally had a filler arc. It wasn't good, and it was the last arc, and it's really disappointing. It's not good.
The most jarring thing is when you're watching Bleach, you get really into it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, they're going to finish this battle next time. He's almost dead. And then all of a sudden, the next scene, they're on a beach back on regular Earth. And I'm like, wait, what? How did you get here? And it's always jarring to me. And then I'll take a break, and then when I get back in, I never know where I am because there's so many filler episodes.
I just remember, like, in the last filler arc, they were trying to do this whole, oh yeah, this guy's not the bad guy sort of thing. But then it's like, wait, no, I know he's the bad guy because you have him in the opening sitting in a chair like this, and no one sits in a chair like this unless they're evil. So no, you can't trick me. I know he's evil.
That's a good point.
What you got next for gaming, man?
Horizon Forbidden West.
Horizon Forbidden West.
People who like Horizon Zero Dawn probably have their eye on Horizon Forbidden West. It comes out next Friday alongside the Uncharted movie. So either people are going to see the movie or probably be playing the game in anxiousness, or both. But here's the thing. It's a PlayStation exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Buy it on PS4, do not buy it on PS5. Even if you have a PS5. Here's the reason why. If you buy it on PS4, it's $60. And they said that the PS5 upgrade is free. So that means you can buy it on PS4, then upgrade it for free on PS5. So you can go on your PS5 and hit the upgrade and download it just like you normally would. But if you buy on PS5, it's $69.99. So you save yourself $10 just by buying on PS4 and upgrading.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for free. So you save yourself $10.
I'll take what I can get for savings on a game. I mean, it's usually they're like $60.
Yeah. I can't believe I just got a PS5 because, they've been hard to get. I didn't even really register that games were $69.99 now. They hiked them up $10.
It's so hard to get a PS5.
Yeah.
It's too hard to get a PS5.
Dude, I was trying for like the last 6 months, and then my friend gave me a call on Sunday and said, can you get $500 together right now? Myers has some. I'm like,
yeah.
I guess I'm going to try to figure it out. All right, what's your last piece of anime news?
All right, so Crunchyroll has officially announced the winners of the Anime Awards. And by the way, if you want to check out the winners yourself, you can go on Crunchyroll's website. They are all on there. I'm going to list some of them for you, the ones I think that are the most important, to me at least. So for Best Animation, we have Demon Slayer, specifically the Mugen Train arc, not the movie.
I was about to say I wouldn't have guessed that, but I would have definitely guessed it was Demon Slayer.
Yeah, so if you don't know, there is actually a Mugen Train arc and a movie, and there are like some slight differences, I believe. There's some things you'll see in the arc that you won't see in the movie.
Oh, so it's kind of like what Dragon Ball Super did with their movies when they made them arcs?
Basically, but I think it's better. I haven't watched it myself yet.
Well, I would argue that the Frieza saga and the actual Super is better than the movie.
You know, I did like that Gotenks bit when he just comes up, but then suddenly he just like disappears, like he unfuses. It's just like, wait a minute, you're telling me it took you 30 minutes to get there?
Yeah.
All right, so for next we have Best Film, which is the Demon Slayer movie, Mugen Train. Next, it's a good movie.
True.
Best opening is Attack on Titan, and best ending is also Demon Slayer, Mugen Train arc.
When they say opening, they mean obviously the music and the opening, like.
Yep, the opening sequence and then the ending sequence.
What was the song they played? 'Cause I don't think I've seen the new opening. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it, but it must be pretty dang good in order to win.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know, we watch dub, so we're not like all cut up with all the anime stuff. We're kind of.
Before you jump down our throat, I do watch sub too. I'm just very neutral.
So yeah, take that what you will. But we're not all caught up with like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan, but we definitely plan on to. But if you are also a dub fan, the reason why you haven't seen Demon Slayer dubbed all the way yet, besides the Mugen Train arc, because that is dubbed right now, you can watch that. The reason why is because there's like a bunch of different companies that are in with Demon Slayer. Toonami had it. They no longer have the rights to it because they wanted it to air on TV before streaming. But that is no longer the case, so we could actually see it when Demon Slayer, the sub version, is fully ended, which is nice. Anywho, the next one is, and the last one that I have, is Anime of the Year, and that is Attack on Titan.
Oh. Wow. I wouldn't have guessed that, actually.
Attack on Titan Part 1 is pretty dang good.
If I was gonna, I don't know if it counts, because I think it would have came out in the time frame, but if I was gonna guess anything, I thought Tokyo Revengers would have took it.
Oh,
if it wasn't gonna be Demon Slayer, because
Tokyo Revengers was good. Tokyo Revengers was good. So what do you got? What do you got next for your last gaming?
My last thing is the original Halo composer is suing Microsoft. Because Microsoft decided that they didn't want to pay their royalties.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So, I don't know if you know much about the Halo franchise.
Not much about it.
But it used to be by a company named Bungie.
Okay.
And then Bungie didn't want to be exclusively Microsoft anymore. So, they wanted to separate from Microsoft. And they separated from Microsoft, got bought by Activision. Well, I guess they teamed up with Activision. Then they separated from Activision, and then Microsoft bought Activision, and then Sony bought Bungie. So it's crazy. It had nothing to do with all that. But anyways, the point is, the Halo franchise, with the separation of Bungie, Microsoft acquired their game Halo. So Bungie has no more rights to their original game Halo.
Whoa.
Besides, I think, the royalties from the first few games and stuff that they made. But a company named 343 took over Halo and started making the new games. But I think they're still using the original music. And because they're using the original music from the original games, they had to pay royalties. And I guess
Microsoft isn't paying those
royalties.
royalties.
Not paying the royalties. It just came out today that
basically Bungie owns that like soundtrack for what they're using.
I don't know if it's Bungie or exclusively like the composer of the track. But the composer of the track, I don't know if he works for Bungie anymore, but I'd imagine that the money goes to Bungie.
Yeah.
Because I'd imagine Bungie still has the rights to the song, but I don't know. Because if they get royalties for the first few games, and let's say that it's the same theme throughout them all, which I think it is that that I'm pretty sure somebody's laughing at me or telling me I'm getting it horribly wrong, but usually games thematically have the same kind of opening.
Yeah.
Although I guess some change, because like the Elder Scrolls games, they have different music at the beginning. But I'd imagine it's kind of like when you watch Lord of the Rings, how Lord of the Rings has the same music throughout it. I think Halo's like the same.
Yeah.
So I think when they separated, Bungie still gets royalties for their original games that they created.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because in the newer ones, 343 makes it, I think that Bungie is supposed to get royalties for that music because they still own that music.
Whoa.
Either way, they're getting sued. They didn't pay their royalties.
So Microsoft's getting sued because they didn't pay the royalties they were supposed to pay for using that soundtrack.
Yeah, I wish I could get the composer's name. I bet you I could look it up, but I'm probably not going to do that.
Okay.
It wouldn't be good podcasting / streaming material. But who knows? Maybe we'll get an angry email saying that, hey, you should have looked that up, punk.
Right? Microsoft not paying royalties. Wow. That sounds like something Disney would do.
Oh, no.
What'd you do?
I just realized something. If you have no more gaming news and I have no more anime news, I guess it's time
For the war session.
So I guess this is either going to end in a peace treaty with us getting a lot of the same thoughts, or we're going to have to fight. Because we might be disagreeing. But today's subject is Uncharted the movie. Now, it comes out next week.
Well, here's the thing. You said, on my notes, you said, I hate fun. Ha ha.
Well, I guess that's true.
So I don't think you're going to like the movie.
No, on all aspects coming for it, when I was going to come into this today, when I was originally thinking about my side,
Uh-huh.
I actually changed sides as we were setting up because I was thinking about it more, and I was like reading a lot of the facts of what was going on when they were shooting the movie and what the movie is about.
Okay.
I actually switched sides from thinking I was going to be one of the people who liked it to I think I'm actually going to hate it.
Oh.
And don't get me wrong, I like Tom Holland and I like Mark Wahlberg, but coming from a person who plays the games, I don't know if I'm going to like the movie. I can tell you why, or you can tell me what your side is, and then I'll tell you why.
Well, my side is, I had a couple different sides. At first, when I first watched the trailers, I was like, you know what? This looks pretty dope. I think I'm going to enjoy this. Then I watched another trailer. I'm like, you know what? This looks okay. And then I watched, this trailer that had Tom Holland in a car with someone else. I was, going over his schedule. And then I liked it again.
Fair enough. All right, I don't know if you have any points, but I'm going to get to why I don't like it, and it's a pretty long point. So if you have anything to say,
go right ahead, my man.
Feel free to interrupt, too, at any point. But so, I've played Uncharted. There's a series of 4 games.
Uh-huh.
They did make a 5th game. It's kind of like, it's not a full game, but it's a side story about 2 of the side characters in the game. And here's the thing. They're going to make this movie, and I've seen the trailer, and the trailer has this airplane scene, I'm sure you've seen it, where this airplane is dropping its luggage, and Tom Holland's jumping from luggage to luggage.
Yep.
That doesn't happen till the 3rd game. And then I read a piece of the article today, and it says that there's some scenes from the 4th game, and that's Tom Holland's favorite game. Now, I'm not sure if that's true, because I haven't seen the movie, obviously. But obviously, I know in the trailer that they're falling from that airplane.
Did Tom Holland play all the games? Because I know in his trailer there was a PS5, I think it was PS5, PS4. He had some sort of gaming system, and he had an Uncharted game for that system.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one it was. So I don't know if he had the whole entire series and played the entire series, or he just played one.
I know that he got casted for the role of Nathan Drake in 2017.
Okay.
The movie was starting production in 2008, and they couldn't decide on an actor or story, and there was a lot of things that was going through. And when Tom Holland got picked, he then said he wanted to play the games too. So I don't know what Spider-Man he was doing around 2017, but I think he was doing it. It said side by side with Spider-Man.
2017?
Yeah. Was it Homecoming?
I think it might have been Homecoming.
I think that's what I wanted to say it was too. But anyways, back to the main point was the fact that they're taking pieces from the third game, and okay, it may be a good movie, but I don't know if you've seen the movie Tomb Raider that came out like a few years ago.
I did. Oh, is that the like the rebooted one or something?
Yeah.
Because I think the one I remember. Yeah, that's the one I remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I like that one or not.
I thought it was bad. I wanted to like it so bad, but there's a thing. When they make these games that we love, I don't know what goes through like directors' minds and stuff when they have to write a story, because when you make a game, you have the story written. So all they had to do for the Tomb Raider and all they had to do for this Uncharted is it's already loved by people. It's already loved by fans. We all love it. Just follow the first games, exact step by step, the scripts line by line, and then you have a movie.
Yeah, I definitely see your point there. I mean, it's kind of like, for me, I feel like it's like the Man of Steel for me. Like you have a good blueprint for Superman, for like all of these comics. You have like Superman the Animated Series or other series like Smallville or just Justice League from like the 2000s. You have all these good blueprints, and then suddenly you somehow get it wrong.
Yeah. It also recently came out that Tom Holland thinks that he had some bad lines in the movie because he said that
no.
Yeah, he said that he felt like he was trying to act too cool when he should have just been more focused on like what would somebody do in this situation or something.
Yeah.
So he's doubting himself, and then it's said that Mark Wahlberg only signed up for one movie and he hasn't signed a contract to do more yet. I feel like the writing's in the stars with all the other games too, and I feel like the movie's gonna suck. I want it to be good so bad, but I feel like any movie that comes out, like for example Tomb Raider or Doom or all these other movies, people want to be good. So I want it to be good. Right now, I'm thinking that I'm going to go see it next week.
I mean, I'm right there with you. Of course, I want it to be good, because whenever you go see a movie, you want it to be good. The only thing I can really do, I haven't played the Uncharted game, so I can't really look at it as adaptation. I have to look at it as a movie. You know, the trailer's got me hyped. I want to go see it. I only know about the Uncharted games, and I hear they're good, and that's kind of the reason why I want to see it too. So I'm almost in there with you with your perspective.
I kind of like the idea that we're going to see it together, because I like the idea that you haven't played the games. Because I want to know if I watch it, do I hate it because it didn't match up to the games? Or
did you hate it because it wasn't a good movie?
Yeah, because then if you don't like it, then it obviously just wasn't a good movie.
Right.
Or we have two very different tastes, which hardly ever happens that much. I mean, with our many years of friendships, we usually like the same things.
I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, we have different points of views, but we know how to get through them.
If you guys hear stomping or something in the background,
hello,
I apologize about that. Sometimes we have not the nicest upstairs people.
They're trolls.
But yeah, I would like to see how much our opinions differentiate.
I can't wait to see it. It looks. I think it looks great. I mean, all of the action stuff that they have just looks so good, and just the funny moments that they actually showed so far, I actually ended up laughing. I hope they just didn't show the funniest parts of the movie.
Thing is, too, I can see some things that don't match. I've watched like movies from books and shows from books that didn't 100% match. I've seen things that come from games that some people don't like and I like. So I'm sometimes good at separating that, but when somebody botches it so bad, like Tomb Raider, I just thought the first game, the story was so good by itself that when they tried to like add their own things and change up a few things, I didn't understand the point of it.
Well, I don't understand when making an adaptation, what directors or writers, what they normally do is they just like, okay, yep, this is this super popular piece of media, and we're just going to take mostly everything out that makes it super popular. And that just doesn't make any sense to me, because the thing is, why not make an adaptation for the fans that are already fans of that piece of content? Like, you have stuff like Percy Jackson and the Olympians, for example. There is so much of that is just made up. That if you look at the book and you look at the movie, it's like complete nonsense, and people hate it. Like, it's not even like that good as a movie either.
I hate to be this guy, but I like those. But I do get what you're coming from. I never read the books though. I didn't even know they were books.
I didn't either. The thing is, like, the movies got me into, I like this world and I like what's going on. And the truth is, when I first watched it, I was like, hey, I thought this was pretty dope. But then I saw, like, the differences between the book and the actual movie, and the book is just way better.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I guess we are going to see it, so I guess we'll update you guys along with the new war session that we're going to have next week. But which side are you sitting on?
I'm saying on, hey, I'm hoping it's good. I think it's gonna be good.
So right now you're like a neutral camp.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I'm still sitting on the side of I think it's gonna be terrible.
You think it's gonna be a terrible adaptation, probably a terrible movie.
But I still want it to be good, but I mean,
we all want it to be good.
As they say, you can wish in one hand, and I think you guys can finish the rest.
I can't.
No?
Nope.
You can shit in the other hand.
But I don't want to do that.
I'm just kidding. And they say whatever fills up faster. I just wanted to be dramatic.
You don't have a feel for the dramatic.
But yeah, so I guess I think our topic next week that we might be talking about is the first Transformer movies, whether it holds up or not.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't want to give away too much until next week, but I guess that's our subject next week. Usually after this, we would move into any questions we have in the emails or comments or stuff like that, and then we would move into any like funny 5-star reviews we have. But considering we just started today,
there's none of that.
We don't have any emails. So speaking of though, if you want to email us at otakunews@gmail.com. We'll have a link. But news is spelled with a Z, so otaku news with a Z @gmail.com. We try to make it simple, but we're still going to put it in the notes or whatever so you guys can get to it easily. And we're going to try to make this every week, but if we actually get some steam or headway rolling and we get some people who are like really interested, because obviously gaming and anime news happen every day and there's more than 3 points, we'll start getting on and doing this more. You got any final things to say?
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Friday.
See you next Friday.
Yeah, it's that first day of first grade. That cute girl, your third day. That backpack, that snapback you've had since the 3rd grade. The first time you got laid, the worst time you got played. It hurt, but you're okay. You learned from your mistakes. Your friends back in high school, we thought we were so cool. We'd steal Jack, my dad's stash, and drink the